Hey guys, so today I'm going to walk you through how to create the little greeting card, gift card holder. So I actually have my little money holder here on the side, and I've made it where you can make this out of cardstock, and you actually have where you can open and close it from here to take the money out instead of having to tear it away. They may want to keep this as a little keepsake after they've removed the money that you put inside. So you'll have a little opening where you can open it at the top to either put the money in, take the money out, what have you. I don't have $100 to put in here. So if you want to send me $100 to put in here and then I'll gift it to myself, be my guest, okay? But I will put $1 in here just so you can see that the money will fit just nicely. So without further ado, if you want to know how to make this yourself, then stay tuned. All right.
Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together.
All right, guys, so you know that I like to design inside Microsoft PowerPoint. So this project is created using Microsoft PowerPoint. Will I do this in Cricut Design Space? I don't think I will because it takes more paper to do it in Cricut Design Space because you got to print it out and you got to worry about print size restrictions and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to do it in Microsoft PowerPoint. And if I change my mind later to do it in Cricut Design Space, then I will. But without further ado, let's get started. So I've already brought my image in that I want to work with. So what we're going to do is the first thing in Microsoft PowerPoint, we have, we're going to pretend this is our canvas as in Cricut Design Space. So we have our blank canvas minus our image that we're going to be using. I don't want to have to go searching for an image, so I went ahead and brought her in. So the first thing you're going to do is go up to Insert, and we want to bring in a shape, which is going to be the backing for our gift card holder or our money holder. So we're going to select Shape, and we're going to take a rectangle and just click and drag, to the right, and that'll give you your rectangle. PowerPoint is different than Cricut Design Space. Cricut Design Space, you say insert shape and it automatically puts that shape on your screen. Microsoft PowerPoint, you have to click and then drag to get the shape after you've selected insert shape, okay? So insert shape rectangle. Then you see there's like a crosshair. It looks like a little plus sign on my screen. I'm just gonna click my mouse and drag to the right, and there is the rectangle, okay? So that's how you do that. Now, we're going to make this shape to be the size of, and with the shape selected, we're going to change our sizing. But I want to do it in a different way. So I want you to right-click on your shape and select Size and Position. And we just want to make sure that the proportions are not locked, because if they are, then you won't be able to just put what you want. It'll automatically, if you adjust the height, it'll automatically adjust the width, or if you adjust the width, it would automatically adjust the height. We don't want that to happen, so we're going to make sure that lock aspect ratio is not on, okay? So we're going to change this here to 6.26, 6.26, and we're going to make the width 7.23. Now, it's going to seem like super large, but it's really not, guys. This is Microsoft PowerPoint, and it's not going to be large like what you may think it is. So just stick with me, okay? All right, so we have the shape that we want to use, and we want to make sure that we click on this fill and line bucket here, and we want to make sure we deselect no line. We do not want a line around this, okay? So that's what you have so far. Now, the good thing about this is we can make this to blend in with the colors of our image. And for most of you that have followed me using PowerPoint, you know how to do this. For those of you that are new to following me and using PowerPoint, I'm going to show you how. So what you would do is you would click on your rectangle, and then you want to make sure that the radio button for solid fill is selected, and it is. And then you're going to come down to color. You're going to click on that drop down arrow and select eyedropper. Okay. And then you have this little pin roaming around your screen when you move your cursor, and it has a little rectangle to the side of it. So wherever you lay that pin, it's going to show you the color inside that little rectangle. And if you click it, it's going to change your rectangle to that color. So if I select a brownish color, it's going to turn my rectangle to the brownish color. If I go back and select eyedropper and I select this blue from her pants, then it's going to change it to that blue. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working with right now. I think I may change it later, but for right now, we're going to leave it like that. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to insert a ribbon across here or across our screen. And so we're going to select insert picture, online pictures, and then we're just going to type in, I'm going to say ribbon. I might come back and search bow. All right, so we have several ribbons out here, and let's see which one I want to work with. All right, let's go kind of like this one. See if I see anything else before I click select. Sometimes I select the first thing I see. I don't really scroll down to see what else is available. All right, let's go ahead and let's check out this one right here. And we're going to select insert. Now, when you insert a picture from Bing, it's going to have the artist information here at the bottom of the image. I'm just going to click on that and select delete on my keyboard because I don't want it. Now, I'm going to show you how you can change the color of this ribbon because I really don't want red because it's not going to go with the scheme of things here. So with the ribbon highlighted or selected, you're going to go over and you're going to select this last icon here, which is the picture icon, and you're going to select picture color and then come down to recolor, and it's going to give you some options here. So we are going to go with that blue color right there, which will go with our theme. So that's keeping us from having to go with the red. So anytime you want to recolor an image in Microsoft PowerPoint, you have to go to your picture icon after selecting the image, go to your picture. But now keep in mind that if you have like multiple colors, it's going to change that entire picture to that one color. So this only really works when you are working with just a solid color. Okay, so now we're going to take and we're going to resize this. And so I'm just going to take and click on one of these little circles here I'm going to use the one in the bottom right corner. And I'm just going to shift that in kind of sort of like that to make it smaller. And then I'm going to bring that up and over. Now I'm going to leave a little bit of space here because when I create my money holder, I'm going to want her to be on the side. So I'm going to say bring to front. I'm going to want her on the side. So I don't want to come too far over to where she's not going to fit once we put her together. So we're going to be making her a little bit smaller. We're going to downsize it kind of like sort of like that. But that's coming up here in just a second. So you want to make the ribbon, you want to kind of stop that ribbon. Otherwise, it's going to interfere with the side that's going to hang over. Okay. So now we have our ribbon. And then we're going to insert another rectangle. So we're going to go back to insert. We're going to select shape, rectangle, and again, click and drag. We're going to leave that rectangle. We're going to line it up like that. So you can see like a little red or pinkish looking dotted line going down my screen on the right there. That's letting me know that it is at the same destination as my ribbon right up above it. Okay, so they're aligned. These two are aligned. All right, so now, guys, we're almost done. That's just how quick this is. So we're going to insert text. And again, you're going to click and drag. And this text box is going to be where we type in our denomination for our money. So I'm going to say $100. And we're going to use these icons here to shift this to the right. Okay, so we're going to align right. And it'll send that over. Now you want to highlight or click and highlight the $100, and we're actually going to change the that to bold, and I also want to put it in white. So we're going to put the font color of white there, and we're going to change the sizing. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, not that much, but a 28 will work. All right. So now we have our denomination of $100, and we're now going to insert our balloons because this is birthday. Now, if you were doing a baby shower or a wedding or whatever, you want to use graphics that are going to enhance the occasion that you're creating that gift card for. So balloons, birthday go hand in hand. Okay. So we're going to go back and insert picture, online picture, and you never have to mimic what I'm doing, guys. I'm only showing you how you can do this, but you can use whatever images you want to use. You can use candles, you can do a cake, anything that you so choose. All right, so I don't like any of these balloons, to be honest with you. So let me see what candles might look like. Blah, blah, blah. Nope. So I'm going to say birthday candles. Gotta get very specific. Oh, that one is kind of cute. This one is kind of cute with the little cakey there. This one is cute. I'm going to try the cupcakes. I'm going to select the cupcakes and click insert. Okay. And since this is it's a little bit different color than my blue, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to remove the background. Okay. I'm going to move this out of my way for just a second. So right in Microsoft PowerPoint, and this may take a little bit of work, but we'll see how it goes. We want to highlight our picture, and then we're going to click on to the left here, remove background. Okay, not too bad. So you're going to get two tabs here we're going to be working with. Mark areas to keep, mark areas to remove. So I'm going to, anything that has this pinkish color here is going to be removed. And so it's letting me know what's going to be removed, so I'll know what I want to keep. Everything else that has the original color will stay in the picture. So I'm going to click on mark areas to keep, and then I'm going to get that same little pen, and I'm just going to click on the fire here so that I can bring it back to its original color because I want that in my picture. So I'm just clicking to bring it back. And if you notice anything else that has kind of like that pinkish color, you want to make sure that you bring that back. Otherwise, it's going to be removed from your image. I think that looks good. And it has a couple of little, I don't know what this is down here on the bottom, but I'm going to try to bring some of them back without bringing that white background back in or that blue background. I think that's good. I don't have to have a bunch of that. So I'm going to click in the white space and see what I have now that I have brought back my flame. We'll see what it looks like. Okay. So we're going to take and move this over, and then we're going to make it fit into our blue box here like that. And we're going to move her back over. All right, so now we have the happy birthday with the candles and the cupcakes, which is cute. And we don't have to worry about that funny or that different color blue being in the background. We have everything that looks really nice now. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert our text. So I'm going to bring this up like that, kind of resize it a little bit here. So I'm going to click on picture format and crop, and I'm just going to highlight or click on one of these little bold black lines, and I'm going to bring this in because that's just extra space that, I don't need. And the other part looks good. So you see now when I click on it, it's all fitting inside of my little blue box here. All right, so we're going to leave that like that. And then we're going to put our text. So now we're going to go insert text box. And this is where we can say happy birthday to whoever. So we're going to say happy birthday, Doris. Okay. Bring that up just a little bit. So we got happy birthday, Doris. We're going to put this in the white as well. So we're going to click on the white font color. I'm going to bold that. And I'm going to change the text. I want to use my Allura, which is one of my favorites. So this is Allura. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'll go along with that 28. I'm going to stretch that out just a little bit. All right, I'm going to center this, highlight it, and right next to your align left, you have your center. And it's okay if it kind of, hangs down here on the bottom. It's totally fine. I'm just going to kind of clean it up a little bit. All right, so we have happy birthday, Doris. And the last thing we're going to do is you could put like, enjoy your special day. Don't spend this all in one place. You could put anything where you can put it on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my blue box here, my blue rectangle, just a little bit larger so that I can get a little sentiment in here. I'm going to bring this down. Da, 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 like that. Then I'm going to bring that back up. And it doesn't have to be white like mine. You can use whatever color you so choose. Shift that down just a little bit like that. All right, so we got happy birthday. We have our $100 denomination for this. I'm going to copy this and paste, and this is where I'm just going to type in love mom. Okay, and then we're going to move that. Oops, not that part, not that part, not that part. We're going to grab our love mom and we're going to pop that right there on the bottom. Okay. Now that we have that done, what I normally tell people is to always go in and I'm going to make this a little, bring it over. I always tell people to always create like a template. And the reason I say to do that is because that way you don't mess up your original. Okay, so it'll take a lot less work on your behalf if you have to do this over again to have a template. So at this point, I would go ahead and click on that slide and then say duplicate slide. And this one would then become my template. And this one is going to be the one that I'm going to print off here in just a second. So once you get this done, this part done, we're going to click in the white space and then we're just going to drag to cover up everything. Okay. And then we want to right click on our mouse and select group and group. And what you're going to get now is it's all one piece. And this one is still your template. And you'll know that it's your template because you can click on each thing separately. On the one that you just grouped, it's just as a whole now. I mean, you could still get to it separately if you need to, but it all is in one place on your card here. So this is what it's going to look like. Now we're going to work on, we're going to bring her back to the front. Now we're going to work on this part right here where we're going to put the $100. And in my case, the $1 bill. Okay. All right. So the way we're going to make this now to do our money holder. So we're going to move her over out of our way. We're going to start again with a rectangle. So we're going to go back to insert, and actually we're going to design here because this is our template. Okay. So we're going to insert a shape, rectangle, and just click and drag. And then we're going to change the sizing here. And we're going to make this a 4.96 by 4.46. Okay. Once we get that, then we are going to make some white rectangles going down, one on each side, because that's going to tell us where to fold our card. So you're going to insert another shape, rectangle, and you're going to click and just drag down the side like that. Drag it down the side, and we're going to change that to white. So format shape, solid fill, white. Okay. Now we want these that are going to be on both sides here. I'm going to show you what we're making. We're actually making the white that's going to be what we fold in half so that we can close up our little money holder. Okay, so we're making these white sides that you see on the side of the box. So we're going to go back to our template. And this one, we want to make the sizing here. So let's go ahead and right click on it and say size and position. And we're going to make the size of this 1.12 and tab, and we're going to make it 1.24. Okay. And I might, oh, that's my tab. I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong sizing. It's going to be 4.96. Sorry, guys. 4.96 by 1.12. Okay. That's what you want it to look like. And then you're just going to click on that, copy, and then paste. So copy and paste work the same. It doesn't matter what software you're using. They pretty much work the same. So we got that copied and paste. This is the reason we have this line like this is because that's going to tell us where we're going to cut it. Because remember, we're doing this in Microsoft PowerPoint, so we're going to have to cut this out by hand, but it's going to be really easy. Okay. So now all we need to do is we need to create our little tabs on the bottom and the top so we can close our money holder. Okay. So we're going to go back and say insert, and we're going to insert a shape. And the shape we're going to use is up under flowchart, which is going to be this flowchart delay. We're going to select that and then click and drag. Okay. Now we're going to turn this around just by using this little rotation here. Just like that. And I would turn these to white, guys, and that way, so when you close it, you know, it kind of blends in with the, blue. Leave these the same color. I meant blue. Leave these the same color as your gift card holder. So we kind of want those in the center. And we're going to make those the size of 1.12 by 1.24. Okay, 1.12 by 1.24. And we're going to put it in the center. So you see that little line, dotted line going down the center of the blue, the dark blue area here? That's to let me know it's centered. Okay, so I'm going to drop that. And then we're going to copy it and paste it. We're going to rotate it, and this is going to be the one on the bottom. Okay. And you see how PowerPoint shows me that it's aligned with the one up at the top by using those little dotted lines. You can see that they are connected or aligned together. And that's what we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to be taking her, and she's going to sit right in the middle. So you want to make sure you size it down just like that. Okay. So once you get that done, you want to take and copy this. So you're clicking in the white space and dragging up, and then you're going to copy it, because remember, this is your template, and you're going to bring it down and paste. Now, once you paste it, I want you to right click again and select group and group. And we can go ahead and delete her because we already have it. So now, once we put this together, she's going to be sitting on the side, really cute. It's going to blend in with everything. And all we're going to use is just one piece of cardstock to print this out on. We're going to cut it out by hand, which is really easy. We're just going to do basic cut around here, and then a basic cut around this part right here. Now, again, we have this line here, which is not going to be a part of your project, so to speak. You won't be able to see it, but this line is just to let you know where to cut. Okay, so that's why we have this line. Normally, I tell you to remove the line, but we're not going to remove the line because we need to see where we need to cut this, since Cricut is not cutting this for us. Okay, so now that we've grouped this, this is one, and this is one. So you only need, again, one piece of cardstock to print this out. Okay, so to print this out, I'm going to go to File. I'm going to say Print, and you want to make sure it says Print Current Slide. If you print anything else, it's going to print every slide that you have in that PowerPoint deck. And if you're like me, I have a lot of visuals or designs that I've created in this deck. So I don't want to print the whole deck. I only want to print this slide that I'm working with. So you want to click on your little drop down arrow. And if you have print all sides, you want to change it to, or all slides, you want to change it to print current slide. And I'm using my HP OfficeJet Pro 7740. And only two little changes I'm going to make here. Paper quality, I want to make sure this says letter, main tray. And I'm using a other glossy inkjet paper. And I want to put that print quality on best. And I already have my paper loaded, so I'm going to go ahead and hit print. And I'm going to stop the visual here on the screen, and then I'm going to come up and we're going to finish this together. All right, guys, so it has printed out here, just as you saw on your screen. Now I'm going to be using my trimmer to trim mine. You could also just use your scissors to do this. And I am going to use the scissors on this rounded part because, of course, that's not going to work on my trimmer. So just take you a nice pair of scissors, and we're going to cut out this part right here that's going to hold the money for us. So just do a nice little cut that part out. Just like that, and just clean it up. So I'm cutting the top part now. And don't panic, guys, that you have to cut this out yourself. It's really simple, and it doesn't take a whole lot. It's just the rounded parts that you want to be careful with, because you want that to close nicely once you put the money over in it. So you can see how we got that part done. And that line helps us, again, to know where to cut, where our cut marks are for the white part. Okay. Now, if you made the whole thing blue instead of white, then, you know, you wouldn't really need the line, because you would just follow the color of the money holder. Okay, and we got that done. So just that simple. We got our money card holder cut out. And then I'm going to use the trimmer. I'm never good with this trimmer, guys. I think Cricut has spoiled us. I always put it in. I think I have it lined up right, and then I don't. What I will tell you is if you are using photo glossy paper, do be careful um, because you can scratch the coating on that photo glossy, and you don't want to do that. So let me line this up. And I might regret trying to do it this way because, like I said, I'm never good with the trimmer. All right, so we're gonna come down about there. That's right. And trim. Okay, so cut that top part. Then I'm gonna go back and get the two sides. So like I said, really simple. Watch, I said really simple and then I messed it up. I made a boo-boo and I threw my glasses in the garbage. And when I realized it, it was too late to recover them. So I threw my glasses in the garbage, y'all. So I'm really jacked up. I had to find a spare pair of glasses around the house. And I can see out of these okay, but it's not as clear because, of course, my eyes have changed over the years. So I got to go get new glasses. All right, so I'm going to trim the last two sides here. And you don't have to use a trimmer, guys. You can use your scissors. I'm just using my trimmer because I'm trying to make it as clean a cut as possible. So that's why I'm using a trimmer. Okay. And then one last little piece and I'll be good. But yeah, I think Cricut has spoiled us because we now use our Cricut and silhouettes and, you know, all that good stuff to cut stuff for us. So we don't have to hand do it because if we didn't have those things, we'd be perfect at cutting and trimming and stuff now. All right, so I'm going to trim this one. And there we have it. So now we have our card printed out on the photo glossy. Looks really nice. Now I'm going to show you how to fold your money holder. So I'm going to be using double-sided tape so you can see how easy this is. So what you want to do is fold back the white tabs first. Fold back your white tabs because that's really what they are. They're going to be the ones to hold your money all up in there. So fold those white pieces back. That's why I had you to make them a different color so you can see where to fold everything. And then fold the blue tabs or whatever color you made these little tabs, fold them forward, even though when we get ready to close it, we're going to fold them backwards. But this will make it easier by you folding them forward first. Okay, so that's what your money holder should look like. So you're going to take and you're going to take one side and bring it all the way over so that it covers up the entire white side of the other piece. Okay, so your card is gonna, I say your card, your money holder is going to look, let me get it right. Your money holder is gonna look like that. Wait a minute, like this. and I don't have it as good, but you'll get the concept. You want to make sure that it's only one side showing back here, not two. So you don't want to tape it like this or glue it like that where you have both sides. You're going to take one white side and cover up the entire other white side, okay? So let me get my tape, my double-sided tape here. And I'm just going to put this on one side of the money holder. Then I'm going to be closing up. And once I get that nicely on there, I'm going to go ahead and clip the tape like that. And I'm going to use my weeding tool to help me pull the sticky part off the tape because I can never do it with my nails. I don't know if you guys ever have that problem, but I'm never good with peeling this stuff off. So we're going to just peel the backing off the double-sided tape so that it releases just the sticky part. And then I'm going to pull that white piece all the way over and glue it down or tape it down. There we have it. Okay, so you can see you only have one part of the white showing now, not two, not both sides. Only one side. And you can put another piece of tape on there. You really don't have to because you guys can see that's closed just by me using that one piece of double-sided tape. And now, hold on one second, I'm going to get the money. All right, so I have my $100 bill, and I just took it and just folded it up. And then I'm going to take it and insert it right into the money holder, just like that. And then you can take your top tab and fold it over, and it's closed. And then take your bottom tab, fold it over, and I gotta move my dollar over a little bit. I mean my $100 bill. All right. And get it in there. And now the bottom is closed. So now you have your $100 inside your little money holder here. And then all you need to do is I'm going to put a piece of double-sided tape on the back of this. And so you can see I'm only using 2 pieces of tape. You can use glue if you so choose. It's really up to you. But to me, it's just easier to work with the double-sided tape for this project. But you can use, like I said, you can use glue to do it. And we are going to remove the backing from our double-sided tape. Just using my weeding tool to help me because I told y'all I can never get it myself with my nails. There we go. All right. Let me play around with the bottom for just a second here. She's trying to act bougie with me, and I don't like that. I want to make sure it looks nice and neat, as you should. I'm trying to see what, oh, it's getting caught on the edge of that little backing. All right, there we have it. So now it's closed. You can put tape on the bottom or the top. It's totally up to you. I'm not because I like having it where you can just open it if you need to. So now I have tape on the back side there. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to go down the middle. I want it to be centered on my holder here or on my card. And I'm just going to pop that on. And there you have it. Okay. all nicely closed up. And all the person has to do is just to lift the top and take their money out of it. So that is how I created my gift card holder. You can cut out another piece of cardstock and glue it or tape it on the back if you want this to feel thicker. But guys, this is totally perfect, just like this. They do have clear cellophane, like um, the plastic that you can put on this to slide it down if you want to protect the entire thing. Hold on one second. Let me see if I have some. Hold on one second. All right, guys, I can't find my little plastic ones right now, but they do have the ones, they look like the little baggies that you can slide these down and then close the little top. But that is how you can create your money card holder without having to go out and buy the little clear thingies to make them. And you're doing this all from one piece of cardstock. You can use the glitter cardstock. You can use the pen and gear cardstock. This is pen and gear photo glossy. So you guys can see it has that glossy look. This is the photo glossy that I'm using. But I think it's a really neat idea, being able to create your own little money holder to have it to blend in with your actual card. And like I said, I like the fact that you can open this and close this instead of having to rip it off, because the person may want to keep this as a little souvenir. So all they have to do is just open it up on the top and take the money out, close it back up, and they can leave this sitting somewhere like, oh, this is something that from my whatever birthday party. Okay. So again, guys, you can make these for any special occasion. I just showed you how to decorate this one for a birthday, but you can totally do it for any occasion. Wedding, bridal shower, weddings, just make it your own. Okay. All right, guys, one piece of cardstock, whatever image you want to use. You saw I used, most of my images came from Bing and Microsoft PowerPoint. I showed you how to remove the background. And this image I got from Etsy. And it actually came with 3 images. And I think it was like $4 and something for all 3 different images of a little girl with different clothes on. Okay. But yeah, that's it. And Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay. All right, so I know I promised some people in my group that I was going to do this tutorial, and I know it took me a minute to do it. But do keep in mind, I have multiple jobs. So finally got around to it today, and I'm going to get ready to go work. That's what I do, work. All right, guys, if you're currently in my Facebook group, thank you guys so much for the support via Facebook. If you would like to join my Facebook group, it's called Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. I know it's a mouthful, I know. But it is a private group, so you do have to request to join. If you're currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, guys, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and showing me love and support. I love when you guys leave me comments. I try to respond to everybody. I never want to feel like I'm so big that I can't address people, and just be human, because that's what we all are. So I love chatting with you via the comments. So if you have any questions for me, things you would like to see, then please chime in the comments and let me know. And what else? If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, why not? Come on now. All right. So please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate all the love, all the love. And on my YouTube channel, I have over 300 tutorials. I'm probably getting close to 350, but I know I definitely have over 300. Okay. And it's tutorials on all types of crafts, not just Cricut stuff. You can see today we did this in Microsoft PowerPoint. We have not touched the Cricut for this. However, you can do this in Cricut, but keep in mind, Cricut is going to put that black line around it before it sends it to the printer. And then once it sends it to the printer, then, it's also going to put a black line around this because it's going to be 2 separate printed images. Yeah. So that's why I just did it in Microsoft PowerPoint. It's just so much simpler for me to do it in Microsoft PowerPoint. We probably would have exceeded the print size in Cricut Design Space. And that's another reason why I just went directly to Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, will I do this in Cricut Design Space? I'm not saying I won't, but it ain't gonna be today. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Again, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough for the love and support that you guys show me via Facebook and YouTube. So I do love and appreciate it from all of you. All right. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And you know, my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great day. Bye.